Morning, kiddos. Time for another one of old Uncle Mike's Bigfoot bedtime stories. And we are at the Easy Mart in beautiful downtown El Dorado, Arkansas today. Telling y'all a story about what happened to me back in 1985. If y'all remember correctly, we were talking about it. This is, by the way, this is story number 5 extended. Remember, I promised to upload it, but we lost that film, so we're refilming again today. Story number 5. We had been to the library, rented all the Bigfoot books they had. Everything. Cleaned them out. Cleaned the Barton Library out for all their Bigfoot books. In that story. And that's where we're picking out from here. We're picking up from there. I'm sorry. Well, a few weeks had passed since we'd rented all the library books on the Sasquatches and stuff. And I figured, well, we was going to bag one of them bad dudes. Be the first people ever in the world to kill the Bigfoot. Make ourselves rich, maybe even get on the Johnny Carson show. We didn't know. It was 1985. I was driving my cousin Robbie Dale's SS Monte Carlo that morning. He sent me to go to the liquor store and get us a drink. He was out. So I drove and I come down here to the Easy Mart. And I pulled up right here and went in the store and was getting me a Coke to mix my whiskey with. And I noticed that right over there, sitting right there, was a detective car with 2 detectives in it. And I thought, surely them son of guns ain't after me. And then it dawned on me I had a warrant for court for failure to yield, and I'd failure to appear for that. Failure to appear. So that's an extra $1,000 on your charge right there. And I was like, oh, surely they not after me for that little bull. So I got in the truck. Mount up, Albert. Thank you. I got in the truck, the car, I should say. I got into Robbie Dale's SS Monte Carlo, and I looked back over there, and they still sitting there, and they was eyeballing me pretty good. So I fired the car up, started backing out of the Easy Mart parking lot here, and started towards the house. And I looked in my rear view mirror, and they was sure as hell, here they come behind me. So I thought, well, I knew how I was going to be spending my evening if they pulled me over, because I had a mixed drink in my lap. A 45 automatic on my hip, and a warrant for my arrest. I knew how my day was fixing to end, and not well. I was fixing to lose a $800 pistol and my freedom. There's going to be a bunch of charges. We'll just put it like that. Carrying a prohibited weapon, firearm, failure to appear. The list goes on. I'm looking in my rearview mirror, and sure as hell, they're on my ass. I said, oh, hell, this is not good. I only live 3 blocks down through here on School Street. Right now we're on 1st Street, turning on to 1st Street, El Dorado, Arkansas. And so I looked back in the rearview mirror, and they got behind me. Sure enough, I was like, well, hell, they might really be after my ass. I don't know. And you know how you get that sinking feeling way down in your gut when you know you fixing to get pulled over and you got a warrant for your arrest? It's not too good, is it, boys and girls? Well, old Uncle Mikey, he wasn't feeling too good about himself right then. I turned on School Street here, and this is where I lived back in those days, right here on School Street. And they still right now, they done got right up on my ass. And I was gonna pull over right here to keep from them arresting me right in front of my grandmother's house down there, down the street about half a block. I sat here and I thought, well, and then they hit their horn. They were sitting behind me back there, and they hit their horn. So got out. We can get out, Albert. I got out of the car, Brett, I should say. And come around the back of the car. Come around the back of the car right here. And the 2 detectives were sitting right there in a pretty shiny black LTD Crown Vic. And I walked up to the window. I said, can I help you boys? I said, what's going on? And they said, "Can we have a word with you, Mr. Johns?" They said, Are you Mr. Johns?" I said, "Yes." They said, "We'd like to have a word with you if you could." And I said, "Well, I'd like to have a word with y'all too, but I'm not qualified to talk to the police, so I want an attorney." And they said, "You won't need an attorney. We want to talk to you about your Bigfoot hunting." And I was like in shock. I thought y'all are joking. They were getting out of the car by then. Young guy, light-headed, and an older guy that was dark-headed. And they looked like they was the FBI. They looked like a sated damn diamond merchants. Black suits, black hats. And I said, "My Bigfoot hunting, what's this all about?" And then it dawned on me. I said, "You guys are blue book, ain't you?" They didn't say anything. They just looked at each other and looked back at me. Didn't say a word. And then the older one cuts in. He said, "With our new satellite technology, Mr. Johns," he said, "we can see all the way to the bottom of the ocean." He said, "We know if there's a Bigfoot out there, and we know if there's a Loch Ness Monster, but we're not saying either way." They said, what did they say? They said, "You're going to get yourself killed." They said, "What are you going to do, Mr. Johns? You going to kill one, stuff it, put it in the Little Rock Zoo, charge admission for it?" They said, "What you're going to do is cause a panic." I said, "What do you mean?" They said, "Well, hell, look at all them old ladies that live out in the country and stuff. If they knew these things were real, they'd be moving to town in the morning. It'd start a daggum exodus from the country." They said, "We can't have that." They said, "We got to keep the peace." They said, "We can't be having you killing no Bigfoots." They said, "Besides, you're going to get a Bigfoot up your narrow ass." They said you're looking at probably 12, 13 foot tall creatures, 12 to 1,400 pounds. They said, "You don't want to go poking holes in it with no 30-06. All you're going to do is piss it off." And I said, "Well, like an old master once told me," he said, "Michael, there is no problem that cannot be solved by a suitable application of high explosives." Well, the young one got a little agitated about that and went to getting ignorant, and then I kind of informed him that since they was from the Black Book people, maybe they might keep their hands where I could see them until our conversation was finished. Anyway, it went on and on. So here I am on School Street, El Dorado, Arkansas, getting grilled by the men in black over my Bigfoot hunting. And boy, let me tell you, I started putting the icing on the cake that these damn things were real. That it wasn't just a figment of my imagination, and I wasn't seeing things when I seen that Sasquatch that time. This shit's getting real now. Now I'm on School Street, half a block from my house, getting grilled by the damn men in black about my Bigfoot hunting. And that is story number 5 extended. Stay tuned for story number 7 coming up soon. We already put number 6 out, so story 7 will be coming up soon. I thank y'all for joining in this morning. Mike out.